Today is very auspicious day, Disappearance Day of Srivas Pandit. Our Gurudev wrote his biography. I will not read everything because it is quite long. In brief, in Krishna Lila, Srivas Pandit is Narad Goswami or Narad Muni, very famous in all the worlds. He's going, his personal associate of Narayan. We heard about him in Bhagavatam, how he became like that. And now in Gaur Lila, to enrich Mahaprabhu's pastimes, he appeared as Srivas Pandit. And he has other brothers also. His friend Bharat Muni is Sri Ram Pandit, and his wife, Pandit Srivas Pandit's wife, Malini, she's Ambika, Krishna's wet nurse in Braja. Panchatatatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhakta Avatarang Bhakta Kyang Namami Bhakta Shaktikam. Panchatattva, 5 truths. One non-dual truth appeared in 5 forms for the sake of relishing different rasas. So Krishna himself took on the mood of Radharani, and laster he became Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Bhakta Roop, form of devotee. Then his expansion Bhakta Swarup is Nityananda Prabhu, Balaram in Krishna Lila, and Bhakta Avatar. Devotee means avatar, descent of devotee means of Krishna, in this case Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, is Mahavishnu Avatar, that is Advaita Acharya. And Gadadhar Pandit is Radharani herself, that is Bhakta Shakti, Shakti of Bhakta Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Srivas Thakur is pure devotee. He falls in the category of Shakti Tattva, potency, like Gadadhar, but Gadadhar is internal potency, and Srivas Thakur is marginal potency, but in this case as Siddha, those who are devoted to Krishna, all pure devotees, Nitya Mukta and Nitya Baddha. Those who are liberated are Nitya Mukta and want Baddha. So Srivas Thakur appeared as one of the Panchatattva. He came from Silhet, and then later he appeared in Silhet, but later came to live in Navadip. You know, those who are in Navadip Dham, it is near to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's birthplace, little north is Srivas Thakur's house. His father was Jaladhar Pandit, and yes, mother is not mentioned, maybe not known. So with all his other 3 brothers, they all came to live in Navadip, near Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very young, he was a Nimai Pandit. He played the pastime of being a great scholar. All the Vedic scriptures, everything he studied, and he used to debate with others. But devotees, they are not interesting in debating, arguing. That is waste of time. They want to engage themselves in the service of Krishna. But Mahaprabhu was playing that pastime, not revealed himself yet. So he played the pastime of a very proud scholar. And he used to argue with devotees, also with Srivas Pandit. And Srivas Pandit was getting happiness in seeing him and dealing with him, but he could not recognize at that time because Mahaprabhu, as Yoga Maya, was working like that. So one day Srivas Pandit said to Nimai, what is the use of this learning or this scholarship if you don't become a devotee of Krishna? People, they study so that they will be inclined to serve Krishna. So why you are wasting time? You start worshipping Krishna now, he said. Then Mahaprabhu, playing the pastime of submitting to Srivas, he said, yes, you are right, and you are a devotee, so by your grace, surely I will become a devotee one day. Then Mahaprabhu, he went to Gaya on the pretext of offering Shraddha ceremony for his father. There he met Ishwar Puri, his spiritual master. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself. His original spiritual master does not need, but play this pastime so that conditioned souls, they get this example that accepting shelter of bona fide spiritual master is necessary. Take mantra from him and worship Krishna under his guidance. So he did, and after initiation, he developed all ecstatical symptoms of Krishna Prema and was expressing also in Navadip. So some people who could not recognize, they thought he became mad. And they also told to Sachimata, your son became mad. So you arrange for some treatment, Ayurvedic treatment, to cool his head with some oils. So Sachimata was worried and they made that some oil bathing. But one day Srivas Pandit came to Mahaprabhu's house and Mahaprabhu asked him, what do you think, Srivas? Really, I am mad? Then Srivas said, yes, your madness is good one. I also want this type of madness. I see that you are having all the ecstatical symptoms of Krishna Prema. And Srivas also pacified his mother, Sachimata, that everything is all right, you should not worry. These are the symptoms of Krishna Prema. Then Mahaprabhu was also very happy and he said, Srivas, if you would also say that I went mad, then I had gone mad, then I would drown myself in Ganga. But the point is, devotee can recognize another devotee. So Srivas could understand this is this. Then Mahaprabhu started also congregational chanting in his house and also in the house of Srivas Pandit. And those neighbors who were atheists, they were complaining that such noise is there all the time. So they were spreading some rumors that the king will come and will beat them, those who are doing this. So Srivas was simple-hearted, so he believed these rumors, and then he started worshipping Nrishingadev in his house, because devotees, they always take shelter of Nrishingadev to be protected from others who are putting obstacle in their bhajan, and also for obstacles of our own anarthas in our heart, other desires. So Srivas Thakur was worshipping Nrishinga when Mahaprabhu came to know he's Antarjami, he knows everything, he's residing in the heart of everyone. So he went to Srivas Thakur's house and kicked open the door, and he said to Srivas, Srivas, whom you are worshipping? I am he. I will destroy all the wicked, I will protect the sadhus. Krishna told in Gita, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya chadushkritam dharma samstaptanartaya sambhavami juga juga. I appear every age to destroy the wicked and to protect the sadhus and to establish dharma. So you don't worry, no, don't fear anything. And there is a long description there in Chaitanya Bhagavat. So And then Mahaprabhu himself showed him the form of Nrisinghadev. And Srivas Thakur was overwhelmed with ecstasy and was worshipping. Then he offered many prayers to him. And Mahaprabhu also told, you call all your family members. Wife came, children, and other maidservants, everyone came, brothers, all family, and they could see the divine form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And that time Mahaprabhu also said to Srivas, you see, I came to this world, I will make everyone chant holy name, you don't worry, you see me, I will display to you now. Then he said to that Narayani, she is the daughter of Srivas Thakur's brother. He told her, she was 4 years old, you chant Krishna's name, and she did and was crying in prema. So Mahaprabhu told, I will induce everyone, don't worry. And Mahaprabhu also gave prasad to her, like this. Then, when Nityananda Prabhu first came to Navadip, he was hiding in Nandanacharya Bhavan. But Mahaprabhu could know. Other devotees, they were searching but could not find. Then Mahaprabhu told them, we will go to that house, Nandanacharya. So they first time met there. And in order to show the glory of Nityananda Prabhu, Mahaprabhu said to Srivas, you recite one verse from Bhagavatam about the beauty of Krishna when he enters the forest. The gopis, they were seeing, so that he's having garland and everything. So hearing that verse, Nityananda Prabhu fainted in ecstasy. Then Mahaprabhu told the glory of Nityananda Prabhu, and he said, we will do his Vyasa Puja. Where? In Srivas Thakur's house. And Srivas was also the head priest. So at the end also he told to Nityananda Prabhu to offer garland to Vyasadeva with appropriate mantra, but Nityananda Prabhu gave to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is God, original. So he, in that way, that was all happening in Srivas Thakur's house, and there was prasad of Vyasadeva, and Mahaprabhu requested Srivas to give that all prasad, and Mahaprabhu himself distributed to all devotees in that house. Then Mahaprabhu, there he saw how much devotion Srivas Thakur has for Nityananda Prabhu. So he blessed him that there will never be any shortage of anything in your house. And everyone in your house, all members, even the dogs and cats, they will have permanent devotion to Supreme Lord. Everyone. Even dogs and cats. They're also Atma. So if Mahaprabhu gives devotion, then they can have. Then Mahaprabhu one day, after some time when they were doing kirtans every day, congregational kirtan with devotees, then Mahaprabhu one day said, why we are wasting time during night time? We should do chanting also in the night time. Why we are wasting time in sleeping? Then they started nocturnal kirtans in Srivas Thakur's house, whole night. And on Ekadashi, from early morning, at the end of night, early morning, only taking bath and do sandhya, immediately congregational chanting, a whole day, whole night they were doing. They can do because they have spiritual bodies, our Gurudev explained. We are not able to do. We have to do as much as we can. There you will find that verse in Bhagavad Gita. One should not sleep too much, also not too less. Not eat too much, not eat too less, too little. And recreation and work also not too much, not too less. balanced, so that your mind is not disturbed and you can engage yourself in the service of Krishna. So on Ekadashi, they were doing Kirtan in Srivas Thakur's house whole night. At the end of night, they were all disappointed. Why night already ended? Although that night also expanded. Like in Ras Lila, night expanded time. But they were so engrossed, like in Ras Lila, here also in Kirtan, so engrossed and so much transcendental happiness, they were disappointed. Why it already ended? It became one day of Brahma, that length, but still they were feeling a very short time. Then Mahaprabhu, after one such night Kirtan, he sat on the throne and put shalagrams on him, and he accepted all the offerings from the devotees. Sometimes Mahaprabhu revealed himself as God. Also at another time, it happened also in Srivas Thakur's house, that is called Mahaprakash Lila. For 21 hours, Mahaprabhu sat on the Vishnu altar and revealed himself as God, and in different avatars, according to the devotees' moods. He revealed, like Ramachandra to Hanuman and to Advaita as Krishna, like this blessing. And also we heard about Sridhar Pandit, all were blessed that time, Haridas Thakur, everyone. There's a long topic, whole chapter there in Chaitanya Bhagavat. And they also gave Abhishek, means bathing of Mahaprabhu, and all kinds of offerings. And Mahaprabhu blessed them all. He stretched out his feet that day and fulfilled the desires of everyone. Yes. Then one time also in Srivas Thakur's house, mother-in-law of Srivas, she wanted to see Mahaprabhu's kirtan and dancing. And because Mahaprabhu already told before, only devotees are allowed. Otherwise there is disturbance in the mood. Devotees, they will chant and dance for the satisfaction of Krishna, not for their personal enjoyment or for anything. So she hid herself. Perhaps she was a mother of some wife of his brothers, because brothers are also all pure devotees. And perhaps so of some wife. So she, then Mahaprabhu, he knows everything. He's God, Antarjami, residing in the heart of everyone. So he told, today I'm not feeling that usual transcendental happiness in Kirtan. Someone is there, outsider. Then Srivas searched the whole house and he found his Shashuri, in Bengali, Shashuri, that is mother-in-law. And he became angry. Generally, son-in-law has to respect mother-in-law, according to Varna Ashram Dharma. But here, it was on the platform of devotion. So he saw her as someone who is disturbing service of Krishna, Mahaprabhu. So he took her by the hair and took her out. Krodha Bhakta Dveshi Jane. In this way, we have to use our anger to those who are putting obstacle to service of Krishna. Then another one time, one brahmachari came. Brahmachari means following celibacy. And he was also very austere, and he would drink only milk to sustain his life. He requested Srivas Thakur, I want to see Mahaprabhu's dancing. Then Srivas Thakur thought he's a brahmachari, renounced, not sense enjoyer. So, okay, but I will hide you. Then he hid him somewhere. And Mahaprabhu again said that night, I am not feeling that same usual happiness. I think some outsider is here. Then Srivas became afraid and he said, yes, there was one brahmachari. He was very sattvic, no sense enjoyment, only drinking milk. So I thought he requested me, so I thought he can. Mahaprabhu then said to that brahmachari angrily, that is out of affection. He said, you cannot attain Krishna by some these external artificial austerities. Only one who will surrender to Krishna and dedicate himself for his service, he can have contact with Krishna. He can have perception of Krishna and his devotees, not by this. And you are also very proud. You think you are very qualified because I'm following celibacy, I'm only drinking milk, but you have no devotion. So then that brahmachari was simple-hearted and he admitted and was sorry, but he requested, yes, it is true, but let me have at least some glimpse of your dancing. Then Mahaprabhu, seeing his heart's change, he blessed him. He said, yes, you may have devotion to Krishna, you may see, but you give up this false pride of these austerities, external austerities. You will find in Raghunath Das Goswami's case, he was so much devoted to Radha Krishna day and night that naturally he was following brahmacharya. That is no question. And he was also drinking only milk because so much absorbed in that service and getting the transcendental bliss. So these external necessities came to minimum for livelihood, to minimum. But this is natural because of that. So Raghunath Das Goswami was not proud of this. Devotees, they are always Trinada Pisamichan, always humbler than the blade of grass because being in contact with Supreme Lord. So outwardly we see same celibacy, only drinking. Even Raghunath Das Goswami did not even drink milk. He drank that when you make yogurt and when you churn the yogurt to take out the butter, so, and to make ghee and that thing, so that which is left without any fat, nothing, that which is left from that churning without fat, that is called buttermilk. Only that he was drinking, 1 cup daily. And how much sleeping? 1.5 hours. Can we do it? And on some days, not even that. Because he was so absorbed in the service of Krishna. Haridas Thakur also, so much bliss in chanting that he did not sleep whole night. That prostitute came a whole night, he was chanting without problem. We cannot imitate them, but the point is, when you are engaged positively in the service of Krishna, then all these bodily necessities will be automatically reduced and you will have more time to worship Krishna. But they are also not ordinary persons. They have spiritual bodies. So Mahaprabhu blessed him, this brahmachari. Then also, when Mahaprabhu did one drama to dance as a potency of Supreme Lord in Chandrasekharacharya's house. This is now in Chaitanya Math, in Mayapur, Chaitanya Math. That is Chandrasekhar. There Mahaprabhu did also kirtans. In Srivas Thakur's house, that house, in his own house, and here he did drama, but Mahaprabhu said, I will dance, there will be drama, but only those who have control over their senses, they can come to see. Because if we are conditioned souls and we are having lust and all this, then seeing this dancing will induce lust. It will associate us in these mundane things, lust. Although Mahaprabhu is doing spiritual activities, but we are not able to understand properly, that will associate us. That is why Vyasadeva also gave warning in Bhagavatam. It is not that everyone can hear Raslila. Only those who have firm faith that Krishna is the only enjoyer and master, and who can continuously worship him with firm faith, and those who are free of all these imitation tendencies to enjoy man-woman, this relationship. Otherwise, it will associate you and you will get opposite result. So Mahaprabhu himself said, only those who have control over senses, they can. Then Srivas and Advaita Charjo, all, because they are real devotees, they did not say, yeah, we are qualified, everyone is qualified, we are so much qualified, high class devotees. No, they said, oh, then I cannot come. I am not eligible, I have no control over senses. Then Mahaprabhu, knowing their real humbleness, he smiled and he said, no, I will bless you. You will all have control over senses by my blessing, so you can come, although they are already pure devotee. But the teaching is that there is a qualification there required. Then, because these kirtans were going on every night in Srivas Thakur's house, some other who could not enter, they became envious and they were disturbing. And there was one Brahmin, a smarta Brahmin, materialistic Brahmin, very proud. He requested Srivas, I want to see also. Then Srivas humbly told him, it is actually Mahaprabhu's order that only those who are devotees, they are allowed to come. So I cannot give you permission. Then that person became angry because he was proud and his respect was disturbed. He did not get respect. Then he became very angry. And he said, oh, I'm not a devotee, and you are a devotee. Okay, I will show what kind of devotee you are. Then, that night, when the kirtan was going on, that Gopal Chapal, this Brahmin, he put out in front of Srivas Thakur's house some articles for the worship of Kali in Tamoguna. Means meat, red meat, not chicken and fish, red meat, and red hibiscus flowers, and red sandalwood paste, and red kumkum, all red color articles, red incense, everything. To look like that Srivas Thakur was whole night, he was worshipping goddess Kali in Tamoguna, and with ladies and this thing, 5 things. Meat, ladies, 5, there in Chaitanya Bhagavad is there. To blaspheme him. Then when in the morning Srivas Thakur came out, then he saw it was there. But he did not become disturbed because he is a pure devotee. Amanina manadena, has no desire to get respect from anyone. And he is giving due respect to all. So he was not disturbed. He laughed. And he himself said, you see, all my neighbors, you see what I was doing whole night. Whole night I was worshipping Kali in Tamoguna. But all the neighbors, they knew that is wrong. And this became an offense to Srivas Thakur by that Brahmin. So that Brahmin got leprosy. He was suffering so much pain, all the worms biting his body. And he met Mahaprabhu after some days in the bathing in the Ganga, and he prayed to Mahaprabhu, you please forgive me. Yes, I did offense, but Mahaprabhu was so angry. No, you will have to suffer like this for millions of births. You committed offense to Srivas Pandit. He's a pure devotee, and you try to put him down, to blaspheme. No. Mahaprabhu did not give. But later on, when Mahaprabhu already took sannyas and he came to that place in Koladvi, there where offenses are forgiven, that time again this Gopal Chapel came to Mahaprabhu. That time Mahaprabhu said, yes, you committed offense to Srivas, you have to go to him. He will forgive you, then you can be rescued. So he did, and he was rescued of that effect. That leprosy was cured. Then also we heard some days back, on the day of Bakrishar Pandit, Srivas Thakur came to hear Bhagavatam from Devananda Pandit. And he got all ecstatical symptoms by hearing the verses of Bhagavatam, not explanation of Devananda Pandit verses. All ecstatical symptoms like crying and Ha Krishna, and rolling on the ground. Then other disciples of Devananda Pandit, they were logicians. They thought he's some sentimental person. Why he's disturbing our very serious class here? So they threw him out. And because of that, that offense came to Devananda Pandit because he did not stop them as his guru. In front of him they did. It is his duty to stop them. But he did not. So he got offense. Mahaprabhu also became angry. But later, when Vakreshwar Pandit came to stay in Devananda Pandit's house, then Devananda was serving him. That was his good fortune. Then by that service, he could understand his mistake, and he got proper conception of devotion and of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he was feeling sorry inside his heart to commit that offense to Srivas, and he did not even need to go to Srivas. Already by the change of heart, already that offense was removed. Of course, this is to give us the teaching. Devananda Pandit is also personal associate of Krishna. Then, some Hindus, they were complaining against Srivas, and they said, we will throw his house in the river. All this noise is, they are chanting, shouting, and they are worshipping Mahamaya in a wrong way. All this, they complained to Qazi, a local Muslim administrator. So he came and he broke the mridanga in Srivas Thakur's house. And some devotees were beaten by his men. Then Mahaprabhu, and he threatened, if you will continue this, then I will give more severe punishment. Then when Mahaprabhu heard this, he became very angry. That is compassion, like Nrsimha Bhagavan. I heard from our Srila Bharati Gosai Maharaj. When it was my birthday, so he was, I prayed for his blessing, and he was explaining to me Nrsimha Lila. Then he said, so Nrsimha is very angry. Huh? Then I said, yes, very angry. Then he said, but he's not angry. That is his compassion. That is not harm. That is not malice. He is compassionate to all souls by becoming angry in that way to rectify them. Then I understood. So here Mahaprabhu also became very angry. And he announced that today we will do Nagar Sankirtan. That was the first. Before, Mahaprabhu only did inside Srivas Thakur's house. Only devotees allowed. But now Mahaprabhu started rescuing other fallen souls also by organizing Nagar Sankirtan outside. So he made many groups, and he himself was singing and dancing, and so many people, unlimited people, from everywhere they came and they joined. Even those who were atheists, they also were so afraid, they also joined to act like as if they are also devotees. They were also repeating Harinam. They were so afraid. That was some special strength was that time. So they all came, that huge Nagar Sankirtan procession came in front of Chand Kazi's house, and he was afraid. Mahaprabhu said, I don't want to harm you or anything, but we are also related in village relations, so I only want to speak with you something. So then they were discussing in Chaitanya Charitamrita there. Then Chand Kazi admitted to him that on that day when I broke Mridanga, that night, I got one dream. In that dream, one very fearsome figure, half man, half lion, came in my dream. And he sat on me. I could not move. I couldn't do nothing. Then he started to, with his fingers, he started to do the scratch on my chest. And he was telling that you broke my mridanga. So now I will also break you, like you broke my mridanga. Then I became afraid and I promised him, no, I will not do this anymore. I will not break mridanga and stop kirtan. Then that figure, half man, half lion, he said, okay, I am forgiving you for now, but if you again, you will try to disturb my kirtan, then I will have to cut you. And Chand Kazi showed that was dream, but it was also a reality because he showed on his chest those scratch signs were there. That was, of course, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the form of Nrsimha Bhagavan appeared in his dream. So if there are any obstacles in bhajan, we always have to take shelter in the lotus feet of Nrsimhadev. So then Mahaprabhu also blessed him, Chand Kazi. They were discussing on Koran and everything, and Mahaprabhu explained to him about devotion, and then he touched him. Then by that merciful touch, that prema was infused in Chand Kazi, and he also became pure devotee. And he promised, I nor anyone in my family in the future will never disturb kirtan. No one should stop kirtan. And he himself became follower of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chanting. That is why we are now in Navadip. When we do parikrama, we go to that place where is his samadhi. We bow down to his samadhi, praying for his grace, because he became pure devotee. In Krishna Lila, Chand Kazi's Kamsa wanted to kill Krishna. Then Krishna killed him and gave him liberation. But in Gaur Lila, Krishna did not kill him, but killed his demoniac mentality and bestowed prema upon him. So Navadip is more merciful, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu more merciful. Then one time there was kirtan in Srivas Thakur's house and his only son died. Then all the ladies, they were crying in separation, grief. And there was noise. Then Srivas became disturbed. Why you are making this noise? Your son died. He said, so what? Why you are making this noise? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is here. He is doing kirtan. You should not disturb. Because Srivas Thakur is pure devotee. His target is to satisfy Krishna. He has no any worldly desires. So then he told to them about the spiritual truth. The Atma is eternal. Whoever is born will die one day. What is the problem? Atma is eternal. And he explained all the spiritual truths. But they did not stop crying. Then he threatened, if you will not stop crying, then I will throw myself in Ganga and drown there. Then they could hold back their emotions, the material emotions, due to ignorance. So, but they did not make noise. So then, whole night Kirtan was there. Then in the morning, Mahaprabhu said, I did not feel like usual today. Something happened here in this house. Then the others, they told, yes, Srivas Thakur's only son died. Why you didn't tell me before? Mahaprabhu asked. Then they said, because Srivas Thakur did not allow us to tell, so as to not disturb your kirtan. Then Mahaprabhu started crying. Such devotee. His only son died, but he's thinking only of my satisfaction of my service, how I can live such a devotee. And he then went to that dead boy, and Mahaprabhu, by his omnipotent, his God, he called the jiva back to the body. And he asked the jiva, why you are leaving this house? Then the jiva said, what I can do? I'm not independent. According to my karma, by your will, I had some days in this Srivas Thakur's house, but now, according to your will, as per fruits of my karma, I have to go to another place. I'm not independent. That is why I'm going. But I am not worried, because I had this great fortune to be the son of Srivas Pandit, pure devotee. I could get your darshan, and now I'm not worrying anything. I'm only praying to you, please give me devotion to your lotus feet. Wherever I may be, let me have that devotion. And Mahaprabhu blessed. Then when those ladies, they heard him speak as Jiva, then they could get that realization inside their heart, and they stopped mourning for selfish purpose, because it is by the will of Krishna. All jivas belong to Krishna. And according to their actions, they are coming and they are going. And Krishna can give, Krishna can take. So if we are devoted to Krishna, then we cannot be disturbed, because it is his desire, it is his will. But if we have some separate, our own desires, then we will be disturbed. But pure devotees, they are not disturbed. So then Mahaprabhu said that you are Srivas, you are such a devotee, I am obliged to you. And from now on, me and Nityananda Prabhu will be your sons. We will never leave you. And there was also one maidservant in Srivas Thakur's house called Dukhi. That was her name. It means unhappy. But her seva was, she was also a devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Her seva was, Srivas Thakur told her, Mahaprabhu is taking bath in the morning after Kirtan. But what if someday he will say, I'm so tired, I cannot go to Ganga? So you bring Ganga water here. If this will happen, then Mahaprabhu we will bath him here. Every day she was bringing that Ganga water. Every day, with devotion. But one day she was thinking, I am such an insignificant creature. Mahaprabhu is not accepting my service. She was thinking, regretting. And Mahaprabhu knows everything inside her. So on that day, suddenly he said to Srivas, at the end of night, he said, Srivas, I am so tired. I cannot go anywhere. I cannot go to Ganga. Do you have any Ganga water here in the house? I can take bath here. Then immediately Srivas asked that Dukhi, you brought that Ganga water? She said, yes, I brought. You bring here quickly. Then Mahaprabhu said, whom you are calling Dukhi? Unhappy. She is not Dukhi. Her name is Sukhi, means happy. Why? Because she has devotion to Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that was also happening in Srivas Thakur's house. And after Mahaprabhu took sannyas, Srivas Thakur could not remain in Navadip, feeling so much separation. because all the houses and everything was reminding him of Mahaprabhu, and footprints and Ganga, Ghat, everything. So he moved out to Halisahar, Srihata, no, Kumarhata, but from there, every year he used to go to Puri to stay there with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for 4 months with all other Bengali devotees. Every year they came and they did all the pastimes with Mahaprabhu, Ratha Yatra, Gundicha cleaning, dancing in front of Jagannath, all different pastimes and water sports. And during Ratha Yatra, in different groups, Srivas was principal singer in the second Kirtan group. Principal singer. He's a household devotee, family man, but he was principal singer in Mahaprabhu's Kirtan party. And who was the chief dancer in his group? Nityananda Prabhu. And 7 groups were there. Then, but one time, Srivas was watching from far, means king was watching Kirtan of Mahaprabhu in front of Yatra from little far. And suddenly Srivas Thakur came in front of king and he also started to see the dancing of Mahaprabhu. Then that servant of king became disturbed and he tried to push away. Srivas, you move. Hat, hat, side, side. In India they say side, side. You move. Then, but Srivas did not respond to anything. Then he became irritated, this servant, bodyguard, and he tried to push Srivas, and Srivas became angry and he slapped him. Then this bodyguard became angry and wanted to punch him back or slap him back, but king stopped him. No, you are foolish. Let him see. The Mahaprabhu is there. You don't know who is he. His personal associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You are very fortunate to be slapped, to be touched by the hand of such a devotee as Srivas Thakur. Don't do any harm. That will be detrimental. Then, you know, on that Lakshmi Vijay, Hera Panchami festival, when Lakshmi is coming from Jagannath temple, Srivas Thakur was explaining about the glory of Vaikuntha and in the mood of Narad Goswami, and Sarup Damodar was explaining the glory of Vrindavan. And one time also, generally with Mahaprabhu, they would sing the glories of Krishna. But one day devotees, they decided, no, today we will sing the glories of Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Avatar, Advaita, Charjo, Srivas and all others. And they start to sing and Mahaprabhu became angry and left the scene. But later he was defeated by the affection of devotees and he accepted them because they did not agree. No, you are now Avatar. We will sing your glories. And when Srivas Thakur was staying in that place, Kumarhata, that is also the birthplace of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Guru, Ishwar Puri. So Mahaprabhu one time he came to that birthplace and he took the dust from that birthplace and was eating little. That is out of respect. And when he was already there, actually his target was also to visit Srivas Thakur. So he came to his house and Srivas and all his family members, they were engaged in the service of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates, and there was Kirtan and Prasad all the time festival. 24 hours they were serving. Then Mahaprabhu, one day, he called Srivas in private. Srivas, you are a family man. You are not a monk. You cannot go and beg for your food, and you have so many dependents in your house. You are a family man, so you have to earn money. Otherwise, how you will survive? Why you are not earning any money? You are all the time serving us here, 24 hours, not earning any money. That is not good. Then Srivas Thakur smiled and he clapped 3 times. Then Mahaprabhu asked, what is the meaning of this? Then Srivas Thakur said, if on first day I will get nothing to eat, then I will fast. Our whole family will fast. On second day, if I will not get to eat, we will fast. Third day, we will fast. If after third day we will not get anything to eat, then I will drown myself in Ganga. Then Mahaprabhu started roaring very loudly. And he repeated that blessing which he gave him already before. But now he even more clearly said, he said, if it may happen someday that Lakshmi Devi, the goddess of wealth, wife of Narayan, maybe it can happen that someday she will have to beg for money. It may happen. But it can never happen that in your house there will be any shortage of anything. Then that verse is there in Gita, Ananyas chintayantam mam je jana parjupasit tesham nitya bijuktana yoga hema behameham. Krishna said, one who is one-pointedly devoted to me exclusively and fully, then I personally, I provide him all his necessities and I also protect what he already has. I personally. So here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu understood, means he already knows the heart of Srivas, but this is teaching for us. Mahaprabhu wanted to show. Srivas Thakur is knowing that the only maintainer and protector is Supreme Lord. Without his will, nothing can happen. No one can do any work, no one can get any result, nothing. And he is maintaining everyone. Without his grace, no one. So Srivas was thinking, now Supreme Lord, who is the maintainer of innumerable material universes, innumerable living entities, birds, beasts, human, everyone, he is maintaining. He is personally present in my house. If I will engage in his service, what shortage or anything, what can be there? If I will serve Supreme Lord, he will maintain this belief he has. Why I will do something separately? He has this belief, firm belief, and he is so fixed in this belief. He said, if I will not get anything by serving Supreme Lord, then let me die. Such strong belief he has realized in this as a family man. And Mahaprabhu wanted to reveal this to the whole world. Such belief he has that Krishna is the only maintainer, and by serving him, why will deviate from his service to do something? He himself personally came. So then Mahaprabhu blessed him, and there also in Chaitanya Charitamrita it is written, Mahaprabhu is always appearing in 4 places. Wherever Nityananda is dancing, Mahaprabhu will come to see the dancing. Cannot resist. Then in Raghav Pandit's house, when he will cook, Raghav Pandit is Dhanishta Saki from Krishna Lila, cooking. So because of that devotion, Mahaprabhu is attracted. He will appear there. And when Sachi Mata, mother of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, she will cook for him, he will also appear. Definitely. And in Srivas Thakur's house, In Kirtan, Mahaprabhu always will appear there. 4 places, always appearing. So today is Srivas Pandit's disappearance day. There is also his pranam mantra. I want to read, because how pure devotees they prayed to him, I want to follow that prayer, because they satisfied Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Our Gurudev taught us this. You pray with the prayers of pure devotees, because they actually realized and they satisfied Krishna by their prayers. So if you follow in that footsteps, then there is chance that Krishna will hear you. If you compose something of your own mind out of false ego and some other things, then that is not same. So here, Prana Mantra, Srivas Panditam Naumi Gauranga Priya Parshadam Yasya Kripa Labenapi Gaurange Jayate Rati. I bow down to the lotus feet of Srivas Pandit, the dear associate of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, by a drop of whose grace one can attain divine love of Gauranga. By a drop of his grace. So today is his disappearance day. I'm remembering his deity form there in Mayapur, in Jogapit, also in our mat Panchatattva, they appeared there. I am bowing down to his lotus feet and praying for this drop of mercy to kindly forgive for all offenses which I may have done knowingly or unknowingly, and to bestow the service of his divine lotus feet and the lotus feet of his object to worship, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Tomorrow we will hear further.